Hello everyone, welcome to Yoga Nurse. This will be a beginner flow class, so I will see you on the mat. We'll get started seated on our heels. And we're going to rest here, finding the posture and the upper body. So sitting bones are pressing into your heels, noticing your pelvis, how it rocks back and forth. So finding the place of neutral with your pelvis, keeping a firm abdomen, interlace the hands behind you, relax the shoulders down, chin to chest. Take a couple breaths here, in and out through the nose. So we try to breathe in and out through the nose for the whole class during yoga. This helps to create heat in the body and focus, calm the mind. Last breath, reaching the hands down and away from you. And we'll inhale, straight arms up over the head. Interlace the palms to the ceiling to find more length in your spine. Drawing your low ribs in, keeping a firm abdomen. One more breath here to find more length. And we're going to exhale, keep the arms coming forward, palms in front of you, lengthen the upper back forward any amount. And pressing the sitting bones down to lift you back up, palms to ceiling. Release the palms, fingertips down to the floor, open the heart to sky. Same thing, arms back up, straight arms lengthening up. Interlace palms to ceiling. Keep the firm abdomen around the upper back as you reach the palms forward, keeping a core. One more breath. Press the sitting bones down, palms back to ceiling, keeping the length. And exhale, fingertips to the floor behind you, heart to the sky. And coming onto your hands and knees. So bringing the knees under your hips and wrists under your shoulders. So stacking the joints. And you're going to press to your fingers, palms, index finger, and thumb, not all the weight on your wrist joint. That can cause a sore wrist. So distribute the weight throughout your hands, fingertips. And we're going to press the hips back any amount, finding straight arms, activating the muscles using your hands. And then shift the weight forward and back. A couple more times on your own breath. Just shifting back and forth. So moving into cat-cow. For this pose, we always start with the tailbone as the first place of movement for both cat and cow. So starting from this tailbone here, you're going to exhale, dropping the tailbone, lift your hip bones, press your hands, low ribs in, keep exhaling, finding that round in your upper back. And take an extra breath here to really find the cat. Exhaling, lifting the navel, pressing your hands around the back, find your thighs working. And then starting from the tailbone, you're going to lift the tailbone, drop the hip bones, and open the chest to the sky, pull the shoulders back, gazing up. And stay here for one more breath. Find the actions. And then exhale back to cat. Just full exhale. When you're done the exhale, come back to the inhale for cow. And we're going to release back, hips back to downward dog when you're ready. You can keep the knees bent for your downward dog, pressing the hips back. And bring weight to your hands, widen your shoulders away from the ears, and then press the hips back any amount. Couple breaths here to find some length. And then we're going to drop back down to our knees. So if you have sore knees, you can always bring a cushion under your knee, or you can roll the side of your mat and bring your knee for extra cushioning on the mat. So left knee down and the right foot forward, and hands to the top of the knee. Release the hips forward, knee past the ankle, and relax into the pose here. Finding that breath in and out through the nose. Pressing into your foot, right foot, pinky side, big toe side. Feeling even distribution of strength in your foot as well. Last breath. And we're going to pull the right hip straight back, hands to the floor, lifting the right toes, lengthening, chest forward over top that right leg. Your hips might be up, that's fine. If your hips stay up, opening up the right hamstring. One more breath. And we're going to stay here, just point the toes forward, maybe touching the floor, and then flex, pull the toes towards your face. 2 more times, pointing the toes forward, and then pulling them towards your face. Last time. And we're going to come back, right foot pressing down, knee passing the ankle, hands back to the right knee, releasing the hip. Another breath here. And we're going to bring that right knee over the ankle, right elbow to knee, left hand reaching back, open chest to left. Keep opening from the upper ribs, turning your chest to left. So keep everything the same. Just bring your left hand up, stacking over top the right shoulder. 2 more breaths here. Maybe gazing up to the ceiling. And then left hand reaching over the head. And then back all the way to the left behind you. One more time, left hand reaching all the way up and over the head. Notice how your right foot has to press and get more stable. And left hand reaching all the way back behind you, opening chest to left. And we'll release, we'll bring the left hand under their left shoulder, kneeling twisted lunge. If you have a block, you can use a block under your left hand. Open chest to the right, hand stacking up over the left shoulder. Pausing here, finding that right foot again. And that breath. In and out through the nose, feeling the breath move through the body. Stay here, everything stays the same. Just drop the right hand straight back behind you, opening chest to the right. And then lifting the right hand back to the ceiling and up and over in front of you. Left shoulder pulling back. Right hand back up and all the way behind you. Last time, right hand to the ceiling, all the way forward and back up. So from here, right hand reaching straight back, come onto your left fingertips. Right hand pulling back, left hand up and over the head. So we're going to do it 2 more times. So left fingertips to the floor, left hand to floor, right hand up to ceiling. And then right hand's going to pull you up, torso up, left hand up and over the head. Last time, left hand coming down, right hand up And right hand pulling back, left hand over the head. Pause here, right hand to the right thigh. And lean over to the right. Left hand over to the head towards the right side. Lengthening left side intercostal muscles. Still finding a solid right foot, right knee over ankle. And we'll drop that left hand outside the right knee, opening chest to the right side, right hand pulling down and back. See if you can breathe here, full breath. And we'll come back to center. Hands to the right knee, or curl the left toes under and lift the left knee a little bit off the floor, and see if you can lift the left knee all the way off the floor to a lunge, high lunge, hands to the right knee. And pause, strengthening that left leg back. Taking another breath here. And slowly see if you can drop this left knee back down to the floor, hands down to the floor, right foot pulling back, and pull the hips back into a child's pose. And to downward dog when you're ready. Just lengthening out. One more breath. We're going to drop down to the knees and come all the way down to the stomach. So keep your feet down and palms of hand to the ceiling by the side body, forehead, chin to the floor. So palms to ceiling. And just inhale, open your chest, interlace the hands and hold here. Find the blades on your back pulling down away from the ears. And start to press into the tops of your feet down. And we're going to release hands down, chin or forehead to the floor. Last time. Interlace the hands, maybe, or you can also not interlace and just keep the hands back, open the chest. And hold for one more full breath. And release the hands down to the floor. Press yourself up, back to child's pose, hips back. And back to downward dog to lengthen out. And we're going to drop the right knee down to the floor and bring the left foot forward. Hands to the left knee, over the ankle, right knee under the right hip. Releasing the hips here, so actually your knee can pass the ankle to relax into this kneeling lunge. Eventually, hands may come to the floor. And you can pull the right knee back if you want to go deeper. Another breath. Pulling the left hip straight back, left toes to ceiling, hands on either side of left leg, and just lengthen chest over top that left leg. Your hips can be high here, that's fine as well. And we're going to point the left toes, and then pull the left toes towards your face to flex. A couple more times, pointing and flexing. And we'll come back, left knee passing that left ankle again, releasing the hips one more time. You're going a little deeper. And we're going to come up left elbow to left knee, open the chest to the right, hand reaching straight back. So the twist is coming from the upper ribs, upper thoracic. And see if you can pause here and just breathe in and out through the nose. Making the breath smoother and more flowy rather than it being restricted. This right hand, we're going to reach it all the way up over the head to the ceiling. and forward in front of you. Pressing the left foot. And then the right hand's going to come back to ceiling and all the way back behind you to the right side. One more time, right hand all the way up to the ceiling and over the head. Press your left elbow to create resistance. And right hand back to ceiling and all the way back behind you. And we're going to come to kneeling twisted lunge. So right wrist under the right shoulder. Left hand's going to reach straight up to the ceiling. Left knee's over the left ankle. Finding your breath here again. You can use a block under the right hand if you have one. See if you can relax your mind and your body here. And we'll drop the left hand straight back behind you, reaching back, pressing the left foot down. And the left hand back to the ceiling and up and over in front of you. Keep pressing your left foot. Left hand back to ceiling and all the way back behind you. Bringing in the breath, inhale for this one, left hand up and all the way over the head. Last time, left hand's going to reach all the way back behind you, come onto your right fingertips. Left hand reaching back, right hand coming off the floor, right hand over the head. 2 more times. So right hand or fingertips to the floor, left hand up. And then bring the torso up, left hand reaching back, right hand over the head. Last time, fingertips or palm to the floor, left hand up. And torso coming back up, open chest to left. So left hand to your left thigh, right hand reaching up and over the head towards the left. Your chest is facing the front of the mat, but you're leaning the shoulders to the left, right hand reaching to left to lengthen the right side ribs. Make sure this left knee and left foot is stable, pressing into the floor. Right hand outside of left knee, open chest to left, reaching this left hand straight back behind you. Trying to find a full breath here that's unrestricted, a flowing breath through the body. And we'll bring the hands back over top of this left knee, curling the back toes under. Try to lift your right knee off the floor. Take your time, no rush. Might lift a little bit first and then straighten the right leg back, left hand, both hands to the left knee, and relax into this high lunge with the hands down. Just breathe into it, feel the pose, one more full breath. Strengthening the back inner thigh. And with control, bring in this right knee slowly. Go slow back down to the floor. Hands down, bring the left foot back, hips back. Just pull back to a child's pose, lengthening the spine. And then we're going to bring ourselves all the way forward down to the stomach. Hands, palms to ceiling again, chin or forehead to the floor. And this time we're going to lift the feet and the chest and the hands. So inhaling, chest, hands, and feet off the floor, reaching back. Exhale, coming down. One more time, last time. Inhale, opening chest, hands, and feet off the floor. And stay here, stay up. Just bring your wrist under your elbows. Pull the elbows midline, using the muscles in the mid-back, mid-trapezius rhomboids. Press your palms down, index finger and thumb. You can drop your feet here. Find your hands, elbows midline. Keep the chest open and drop the forehead down. Now you're relaxed in the pose. Find the hands again, elbows midline, using those back muscles, pulling the arms in. And we're going to inhale to cobra. Open the chest, press of the tops of the feet down and lift your kneecaps here. And exhale, forehead, chin to the floor. So keep your head down, hands pressing. Find the tops of your feet, lift your kneecaps, and then inhale, open to cobra. And press the hands, pulling back to child's pose. And when you're ready, to a downward dog. 5 breaths here, downward dog. So shoulders away from the ears, you can bend your knees, hips back. Distributing the weight into your fingers, not the wrist. 1 more breath. And we're going to step the feet hip width, top of the mat, and dropping the head down, interlace the palms over top of the head and drop down, releasing the shoulders here. Another breath. We're going to press the feet and pull the hands, will pull you all the way up, and keep lengthening your body as the hands pull down and away from you, ears back, releasing the shoulders down. And when you feel ready, come back into the pose with the hands bound, bend the knees, shoulders coming over top, hands over top of the head, shoulders releasing. So take a moment, find the breath again, feel the feet and legs. And last time, press into your feet, let the hands pull you up. And when you get to the top, keep the hands pulling down and away from you. Inner thighs spinning back, lift your kneecaps. And releasing the hands. And slowly we're going to come down to a squat, all the way seated to the floor. Coming to a wide Baddha Konasana butterfly pose. So the feet are away from the hips and the edges of the feet are together and the top edge are open like a book. And we're going to rock onto the hips. So just drop forward, lean to the right, feel the right sitting bone pressing down the bottom of the pelvis. And then bring the weight down to the left, feel your left sitting bone, so you're feeling the base of your pelvis here, and coming up the left side and rocking on that pelvis, feeling the bone structure and rocking. So right to left to start. So tuning into the bone structure of the pelvis and how your hips are feeling and the mobility in your torso here. So in yoga, we try to keep the awareness on this mobility, on these actions and the breath. It eventually all becomes one action together. In the start, it feels like it's all separate. So we'll come to center and just rock to the other side, left to right. Tuning in here with the actions of feeling the base of the pelvis, noticing the mobility, and keeping your breath. Last time. And nice, and we're going to come up, and we're going to bring the knees together, hands behind the knees, and we're going to engage the core. Tippy toes, pointing your toes on the floor, we're going to lift the right foot up and hold. Drop the shoulders, heart to ceiling. Relax the shoulders down as you engage the front body. And we'll switch, right foot down, left toes up. And we'll switch. One more time. And releasing. We're going to bring the forearms down to the floor and pull the knees into your chest. feet up to the sky, legs towards your face, so hands pressing down to the floor. And we'll lengthen the legs out in front of us, hovering over the floor. And we'll keep the left leg here, right leg's gonna pull in towards your face and hold. Just stay here. And we're gonna switch. So left leg up, right leg reaching down. And see if you can find this activation in your legs. Point your feet and start to feel your muscles and your legs get more activated. And we'll switch. One more time and we'll switch. Nice. And we're going to come down onto the back. We're going to release the head down, feet hip width. And from here, bring your hands down on the side of the body. Maybe you'll touch your heels, maybe not, that's okay. And just press into your feet and find a lift in your pelvis. And then drop it down. So we're going to do this a few times. We're not coming all the way up yet. Just finding the weight in your heels and the lift in the pelvis up. And while you do this action, see if you can breathe at the same time, like noticing the breath, connecting it with the action. So not going deep, to integrate the breath with the movement. On the next one, you're going to inhale the hips up, any amount, and bring the hands up and over the head. And keep lifting your hips, keep pressing into your feet, and pause here for 3 more full breaths. In and out through the nose. 2. 1. Lift the hips a little higher. And from the top of the spine, slowly coming down. Pulling the knees into your chest. And rock from side to side. Releasing the lumbar spine to counteract the back bending. Last breath here. When you feel ready, you can grab onto the backs of your knees to rock yourself up, and we'll come to a seated position, or you can stay on your back in Shavasana to take rest. The other options that come to seated and to meditation, just closing the eyes. Just a short moment here to settle more deeply inside yourself. So inhaling more openness and fresh energy as you exhale what your body no longer needs. A couple more rounds. Let's bring ourselves to a place of stillness where we can just be here with ourselves, feeling the whole body and relaxing the body as much as you can, the face muscles, shoulders, the legs, more. And we'll bring the hands to heart center. The Om sound is a unifying, healing sound, which is really nice to do at the beginning or end of class. And the Om sound starts at the navel, and it rises up the spine, goes through the heart, up through the neck to the top of the head. And Om is spelled O-M or A-U-M. So the sound, when you chant, you start the ah at the bottom, and as you go, O goes through center, and the resonates at the top of the head. You can feel the sound resonating in the top portion of the body. So I invite you to chant Om with me one time to close practice, starting at the base of the spine, and see if you can feel it resonate all the way up. So we'll exhale through the mouth and inhale through the nose for Om. Namaste. Thank you very much. Please like or subscribe, and I will see you for the next class.